Hey everybody, how you doing? Flora. Nice seeing everybody. Let's do a read tonight, okay? Um, Thanks for watching. If you're tuning in, I had a day today. I had a moment where I got really upset at work today. Um, I saw an older, I saw not older, but like middle-aged man, completely attack, verbally attack salesperson, um, just trying to do her job so badly that she started crying. I have a real problem with that. A real problem with that. First of all, a man being aggressive to a woman like that, or to anyone, but especially to a woman, highly offends me. I had to really pull it together. I had to really pull it together. Hope you guys are having a great day. We just got past the full moon, which I completely snoozed on. I did not even know it was a full moon until the next morning when I got up and I went outside and I saw the full moon. Um, but I should have known because I felt very emotional, and I felt the next day I had a really bad headache and just felt like completely out of sorts. So the moon must have affected me a little on the emotional side. Feeling better now. Saw a couple of things today that disappointed me, but you know that happens quite often. People being aggressive for no good apparent reason, other than that they're just aggressive and angry and don't like themselves. I would say for today, let's let the message be: stop being angry. Please stop being angry. I'm a little tired tonight. I worked all day, and you know, getting over the moon thing and angry people. So I hope all of you had a better day than I did. But if you didn't and you had a similar day, um, let's relax tonight and breathe in, breathe out 3 times, really deep. Let's just do it again. I'm going to do it too with you guys. Okay, it's a really good way to get the negative out. Okay. All the way. Down. Okay. Get calm. I always spray a little Florida water with essential oils to cleanse the energy. I made myself, but you can buy Florida water anywhere. It's supposed to be good for cleansing your area. Um, I'm gonna ask that the Most High, Source, God, my angels, ancestors, all my guides, my fairy friends, any of my guides, my guides that help me on a daily basis. Protect this space and protect this reading and allow me to channel positive messages for the collective here in this space. You know, maybe we'll get a message about how to be more positive and less angry. I'm not saying us, I'm saying people out there, hopefully me, hopefully myself and my collective group that likes to watch. We aren't being angry. Listen, I got angry for a moment. I mean, I've been mistreated in an angry fashion many times, and it sets me off. Pretty sure I'm allowed to say domestic violence, but I'm not ashamed to say that I have experienced it. So it doesn't sit well with me. Okay, so it was a bit disturbing. But I'm trying on a daily basis to grow and learn that the best way to handle things is not through anger, it's through staying calm, thinking first before you act. I don't know what I want to do tonight. What do I want to do? I think I'm just going to let the cards give us a message tonight. Feeling mellow, you know. Oh, I started working out again. Very proud of myself for that. Being in negative spaces got me off my game, as far as that goes. I just, I don't have like a body goal, so to speak. I just like to be healthy, and it helps me relieve stress. So I'm happy to say that I've gotten my calendar set back up again, and I'm doing good with that. And not that I'm getting paid to promote anyone, and I'm not sure if I can say this or not, but I use Fitness Blender. It's free. You can find it on YouTube, or you can find it on their website, and it's free. And it's got a lot of good workouts, and I think they're easy to follow and effective. And I've been using them for a really long time, many years, on and off. And I hope to say, after the last experience that threw me off and made me have to hermit for 8 months, which is what I do when I have challenging situations. I go within and I sit still for as long as it takes to think about what led me to certain experiences and why I attracted that, and vice versa. Learn my lessons from it, gain some knowledge and lesson, learn the lesson. Don't keep repeating the lesson. Take as long as you need to do that. I highly suggest it. Don't just jump into something, next. That's not a good idea. You go from one person to the next, you're going to have, the next one's going to be more than likely going to be karmic too. Just a personal opinion, not a therapist. All right. let's get going, okay? So I want to relax a little tonight. So we're going to be using Cat Tarot. I always do. Right now, I bought a new deck that goes with this new book because I'm learning more and more about my cards. I'm on a mission to get more and more familiar with all the cards. Even though I aim to do intuitive, channeling of messages, I just let my guides give me what I need for the moment. I'd still like to be able to just lay them out and start to know what all of them mean. It'll grow. Um, there was no reason for me to wait however many more years to learn every single card when I think I channel messages pretty good without them, without knowing every single one of them. And we're just, when I think it's time to go, it's time to go. My guide said it was time to go. You can learn as you go. So I listened. So here I am. Okay, so we're going to use Cat Tarot. We're going to pull a crystal card, and then we're going to use my new Alice in Wonderland Oracle for a couple oracles, okay? I'm going to do those first. I finally invited some of my longtime friends, not family yet, but friends. Gave them the invite to come over and watch if they want to. So if any of you do, thank you for supporting me in any way, even if you just watch once. This isn't about money. It's just something that I felt guided to do, and it's therapeutic, hopefully for you guys and also for myself. Okay. I want to reach other people out there in the world, not just the same people I've known forever. I have no problems with the people I've known forever. Some of them I probably wouldn't invite over here because I just don't think they're on the right. I don't know that they would be supportive. So I wanna grow a positive following of people that are open-minded. That's my goal. And loving, and maybe who have experienced some things in their life where they might appreciate the messages. Right? Talking kind of low. Roommates out there. One of these days I'm going to be roommate free. Gosh, I'm just going to do 4. I'm sorry, I'm being lazy tonight. I don't want to do that many. Okay, no offense, but again, I worked all day. What crystal for us tonight, guys? I need something to help protect me from these angry people in the world and my collective. Okay, 2 shade. I'm going to take the emerald. I'll put this one back because I remember the message for this one, and I'm not listening to my guide. It's supposed to get 2. Let's see what they do. Okay. We talked about this. When you get a message, you don't go, oh no, I'm not going to listen to that. I'm going to use my ego and do what I want to do. We're going to take them both. Thank you, guys. Maybe we need two crystals. Okay? Possibly. And then we're going to do a couple, I don't know. Let's see if we can spell something for a message. Let's see what kind of word I can get tonight. I don't know. Well, there's an FU. That's to the angry people out there. We got two Y's. Oh my gosh, what? Oh my gosh, how perfect. You know what? You know what they told us? BUMMY. Big dummies. Big angry dummies. That's the word for tonight. Big dummies. We're going to leave that right there. Dummy. I don't know if that's how you spell it. I mean, I'm a dummy. It sounds good. We're gonna go with it. Thank you guys. We know they're dummies. We know. We know when we're being angry, we're also dummies. Okay? Dummies. Yeah, I said it. I did. I really did. No, I didn't. The guys did. Thank you guys. It is dumb to be mean. Okay? We have the Five of Swords, we have the Hermit, and we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Four of Pentacles for our tarot cards, which I'm learning little by little. Five of Swords is can be conflict, for sure. I'll double check, but I'm pretty positive. Hermit is when you uh, take time and, like we talked about, the long periods of time to collect yourself and um, reflect on challenging situations until you feel healed enough to move forward in a healthy manner. Yeah. So maybe this is challenging people, like what I experienced today. Love relationships, kids, work, angry people on the streets, situations where people aren't treating you well, like I spoke of, challenges. Hermit, reflect, heal, learn, do things to get your heart whole again. Okay, do the inner work, understand what traumas maybe you have had to either attract these kind of things or why these things trigger you. Like they triggered me because I've experienced it. I've experienced domestic violence more than once. So for me, that's a trigger. Okay. Challenging people are a trigger. So I have to hermit and I have to keep doing the work to work through those triggers so that I don't allow it to affect me so quick. Um, Knight of Swords, I'm gonna have to check on that one, okay? I'll look in just a second. And Four of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords represents boldness, action, and the drive to achieve goals. Accelerated change, pursuing one's ambitions, determination, and courage. It could be a need to take decisive action, cut through confusion, focus on clarity in one's thoughts. So the Knight of Swords is action taker, basically. Ambitious action taker who achieves goals. Okay, so challenging people makes us go within and heal and learn how to deal with them. And once you do that, you become the Knight of Swords, which you're able then to take bold action and make decisions to how to handle them. Okay. Whatever the challenging situation is, person, place, job, love, whatever. Okay. And then Four of Pentacles is focus on material security and wealth, but also potential for holding on to possessions tightly and being a bit stingy or possessive. Can also be control and protection. It suggests a desire to control and protect your assets, possibly to the point of being frugal or withholding. Okay, so it's stinginess, basically, possessiveness and greed. Challenges, learning how to reflect on the challenges, taking action, deal with it and move forward and make a different decision. I don't know how the greed plays a part. So I'm getting guided to say, the greed of withholding forgiveness. That's what I'm hearing. Forgiveness. You have to hermit so that you can move forward and learn how to forgive. Or at least heal from the wounds so you're not either acting angry or getting triggered by angry people. Okay. Yeah. But that's what channeled through. All right. That makes sense, right? Right. Oh, my stomach's growling. I'm getting hungry. I exercised and I'm really hungry. This is hard if you hear my stomach's like, feed me now. Yeah, that's the message about it. We had challenges. We meet challenging people, challenging situations. Five of Swords. The Hermit wants us to learn from them. Take as long as you need so you feel ready to move forward again. So that you can take action. You can be an action taker and you can move forward to your next phase of life. Make better decisions and don't hold on to all those old hurts. Let them go. Learn from them and grow. We don't want to be a big dummy. Got you. Okay. And then we had, I hope I'm not hitting this and bothering you guys. I don't know. I don't even know if this thing works. Alice in Wonderland Oracle. Painted Roses. And I like these cards. She's kind of a little messy haired girl, sort of tomboyish. I connect with her. A drink me labeled bottle. She's holding a bottle. A drink me labeled bottle. I'm kind of far from the camera. Those are the two oracles. And our crystals are rhodonite, which is feel your heartbeat. That goes along with this. So that's why my guides wanted me to take two. Feel your heartbeat. And emerald. Choose your initiation. That's what they mean. Find out. In the story, in the garden of the Queen of Hearts, Alice met 3 playing card-shaped gardeners who were putting red paint on white roses. The reason for this was that the queen only wanted red roses in her garden, and the poor gardeners, having planted white roses by mistake, risked having their heads cut off in punishment. Meaning, perfection and impeccability are not of this world. Everyone makes mistakes, and it is an interesting as well as enlightening part of life. You gotta forgive. Or if I have kind of like I'm on the fence with that because I'm willing to forgive you to a certain point. If you just completely devastate my life, I'm willing to accept that you have some problems that you need to overcome, but I'm not willing to forgive people for doing me harm. I'm not. I would say you have to ask your higher power for that, and I have to ask mine to help me understand what happened and work through it. But I'm not just going to give you an easy pass and say I forgive you for purposely trying to destroy me. But you can if you want. I leave that up to somebody greater than myself for them to. Okay. Anyway, people make mistakes, right? You should not be punished out of proportion when making errors. But should that happen, it is time to reconsider the way your job family relationship works and drastically readjust your life to bring back more balance, compassion, and delight. Key question: what is your current driving force? Are you acting out of duty, out of joy, out of fear, or out of love? Your current driving force. Me, myself, I'm trying to work out of love right now. That's my driving force. But could be any of them. Time to figure it out, right? Thank you. All right, a drink me labeled bottle. That's 4. That's it. So nobody's perfect. Even the mean guy today. I don't know what happened to him before he got there. Still didn't like the treatment. But that's a trigger I gotta work through. In the story, as Alice tried to find a way to get through the tiny door, she noticed a small bottle on a table in the corner of the room. The label said, "Drink me." Alice hesitated for a while, but then decided to drink the potion, which made her shrink and shrink until she was but 10 inches tall. Meaning, you are facing a choice and wondering whether you should open the bottle and drink the potion. To make up your mind, carefully scrutinize every detail and check that there is no mention of poison or danger. Once done, take action, one way or another. Of course, there will be repercussions, but at the end of the day, trying and choosing are far better than stagnation and immobility. Key question: have you taken enough time to measure the possible consequences of your actions? Good, see? That talks about being angry, being triggered by it, holding it, dealing with it. Have you taken enough time to measure the possible consequences of your actions? That's where the hermit comes in. Take a moment, process before responding. Thank you, Allison Wonderland. Good. Oracles. Okay, last but not least, I need my crystal book. Uh-oh, hold on one second. Okay, we're back. Rhodonite. Feel your heartbeat. Da-da-da. Okay. Let's see. I'm not going to read all this, I don't think. It's a lot. Let's see. Let's do reflection. Heart's healing. Some emotions are smooth like river rocks and warm like a hearthstone. These are emotions we treasure and return to, letting them remind us of the goodness of the world and the joy of being alive. Other emotions are jagged and rough. They continue to poke and prod at us until we consciously release them. Anger and resentment are like this, and nurturing them can create wounds and energy leaks. While the original hurt may have been precipitated by someone else, when you hold tight to these clawing emotions, you're harming yourself and injuring your own heart. If you need to cut a cord between you and someone or something in your past, there are ways of doing that. I don't personally do those kind of rituals, but if you want to look them up, there's ways to do that. What old wounds are festering? What scars need tending? What fears or resentments are hurting you from the inside out? Yeah, we talked about this. You got a hermit. You got to take time to heal these. You don't want to hold on. You don't want to walk around and just become that angry person. You have to heal. Okay? Very nice. Good. All right, and then emerald. I like emeralds. They're very pretty and beautiful. Emerald, where are you? I'd like to have a piece of jewelry with emerald, personally. And that would be really nice. Maybe one day. Emerald. Maybe? Let's do reflection again, okay? Women from Cleopatra to Halle Berry have been mesmerized by emerald's lustrous liveliness. In ancient Rome, emerald was associated with Venus, goddess of love. The Incans and Egyptians used emerald as sacred adornment to connect with eternal youth and healing. So it's a healing stone. Hildegard von Bingen wrote that emerald held the power of viriditas, a word used to describe the greening of growing things. So it's also for growth. Yet the Taoists suggest caution. They teach that emerald is powerful and should not be used unconsciously. This seeming contradiction offers a meditation on love itself. I remember reading this. Passion for a project or a person is a powerful force. but without self-love, external passions can become consuming. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Be careful. Love can be very all-consuming if you don't do the healing. You can become possessive, obsessive, toxic, karmic, all of the above. Okay, and some people dangerous. Passion is a thing, like a singer said, but he was talking about drugs. Passion's a hell of a thing. Okay, that's all I can say. Be careful. Um, have you had times in life when your lust for something outside yourself drained your energy and left you feeling empty? Mm-hmm. Me personally. Mm-hmm. All the green of nature is concentrated within the emerald. So careful. Don't get triggered. Don't get too passionate about someone, something, or anger, or anything else. Okay. Stay calm. Okay. That was nice, right? Very good. We are going to hermit. We are going to heal from these dummies. We're not going to be dummies. We're not going to do any of that. We're going to heal. We're going to grow. We're going to learn. We're not going to accept this kind of Five of Swords people mistreating us. Not at home, not in public, not at the workplace, not anywhere. But be careful not to be too passionate in your reaction. Very good. I liked it. That was cute. That was fun. And so, yeah, nothing else to say. I brought up a subject, channeled what guides thought I should put out there, and thought it went wonderfully, as usual. Thank you so much, guides. Hey, thanks for watching. Okay. If you want to give it a like, if you want to share, if you want to share my channel with your friends,